Hey everybody, this is Vikings Zone 18. Do you know what happened today? Yeah, you probably already know by now, but in case you didn't, I'll tell you what. The Vikings led 20 to nothing. I was at the game. What happened after that? Oh, well, the Vikings lost in overtime 26 to 23. Explain to me this, Viking Nation. How do we blow a lead like that the third week in a row? Tell me that. The Vikings have led every game at half. They have dominated thoroughly, but this time it was a little different. We were up 20-0, and we lost. How does that happen, Vikings? How? You dominate for one half, and you lose it the second. What do you do wrong? That is the question. That is the question that I would like to be answered right here, right now. But unfortunately, I can't get answers yet because this is just pathetic. We let our foot off the gas and we do not hold on. Against the Chargers, we lost. It wasn't as bad. Got a little worse, and now it's even worse. I don't know what to say because the Vikings lost again. It's 0-3 when we should be 3-0. Vikings are not looking good right now due to the fact that they cannot hold on to leads even though they had the talent and the ability and the capability and everything to do this. They should be 3-0, first in the North. They are better than everyone. For the way they've played, they should be. Talent, 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 Adrian Peterson talent. That is what wins games, and that's what we have. But we can't do it. We need to find ourselves quick. Because I mean quick, because it's not going to be quick for any longer because we're going to lose it if we cannot win next week. Now next week we have Kansas City, who has been bad this year. And by bad I mean very bad. But we need to finish the game. We get off to a 20-0 lead. We need to hold on to the 20-0 lead. That is the only thing keeping us from being a perfect team. McNabb, Peterson, Harvin, Jared Allen, everyone, talent around the team. They should be undefeated. Now, some individual stats. McNabb looked pretty good. 22 of 36, 211 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. That is fine. Adrian Peterson had about 17 carries for around 76 yards and a touchdown. That's not bad, but he needs more. But what went wrong is the question. The lead was 20-0 at the half. Dominant Viking football was in the air. But what happened? That is what I need to know. How can you lose that lead for the third week in a row? You would think after 1 week, Leslie Frazier and the boys would be like, hey, maybe we need to learn how to keep our feet on the gas instead of letting the other team slowly but surely come back. But no. Something went wrong. We failed somewhere in the second half in all 3 of these games that we need to avoid for the rest of the season if we want hope in the North or a wild card shot for the playoffs. What, I ask you? We need to finish games. I don't need to be any more specific than that because that is our problem and we need to solve it. Easy as that. Nothing else. The talent is there, everybody. The talent is there. Viking football talent season on the line now because of our failure to win. But that's all I have to say for now on the Vikings. But it doesn't get any better here because the Gophers lost 2. The Minnesota Golden Gophers lost to North Dakota State 37-24. You don't know how disappointed I am in our team. First quarter is all fine. Kirkwood had a 4-yard touchdown run. It was a thing of beauty, although it could have been better. It was fine. Anyways, then the second quarter rolled around. North Dakota State starts, getting their way. It's tied at 14. They take a lead with 24 seconds left. But then, what you cannot do is throw a pick 6 52 yards with no time left in the half. They are up 14 at the half. There is nothing we can do about that. Nothing. We are in a hole at the half. And it's just downhill from there because we lost the momentum. You hear? We lost the momentum. We cut the lead back to 7. But then it was too late because another interception returned. That one was from Shortell. But anyways, what are you doing? My goodness. My goodness indeed. I am full of disappointment. Disappointment is where I am at right now with this team. The good news is Big Ten play. We can redeem ourselves and be the Gopher redemption team that we've dreamed of. But if not, well, let's not think about that because the Gophers have pride. Alright? The Minnesota Golden Gophers are still a force to be reckoned with once they get their act together. In order to get their act together, they need to not make these mistakes. In order to not make these mistakes, I'll tell you what. You need to play better. It's simple as that. Play better football. Marquise Gray, he had an average day. Actually, it wasn't very good. We know he can do better. Shortell threw the only touchdown pass. Gray threw an interception. It was 5 of 12, 53 yards. And he only had 23 yards on the ground. Nothing special there. I still think he's the starter, though. No concern with that. He's still the starter. Shortell, not bad, threw a pick too. But anyways, the talent is there. Not heavily, but rely more on the skills. The skills of the team are what brought you to Golden Gophers. Golden Gophers have talent. Better than this. We just played without heart. In order to change this, we need better heart. We need pride in winning, winning in pride, which unfortunately, during the Tim Brewster era, we did not have. Now Jerry Kill is trying to bring the Gopher swagger back. It's going to take some time, but we believe. Now, we have to get prepared. Why? Because we have Michigan next week at the Big House. We need to contain Denard Robinson and dominate them to prove ourselves that we're worthy of being Big Ten contenders. We haven't looked like it yet, but we have pride. That's about all I have to say for today. In a nutshell, I am disappointed in both teams. But we can get through this. Minnesota never gives up. That is the Minnesota way. Well, that's all I have to say for today. Viking Zone, out.